Oh.
I'm while we're driving, because I assume we're all in like radio contact, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be like while we're driving and like after we've kind of put that place behind us a fair distance, Ruben's just kind of like, so I think I have to come clean with you, Logan. I might have lied to you guys back in the hotel.
You hear that Logan the answer is absolutely non-surprised because he kind of guessed that you were lying about something. He says, "Oh, what's that, Ruben?"
He's just kind of getting flushed. It's like I did meet the target and take the tracker off of them.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, and he's kind of just like embarrassed. He's like, I normally wouldn't do that, but I spoke to her. She was concerned about me, and I didn't think it was right. I appreciate that you like the old man. He seems like a nice guy who's just doing his job, but yeah, I lied to him. I didn't want her to get hurt.
Oh, it's your call, Doc. I mean, you're in one piece, so she can't be all bad, I guess. I mean, really, I don't have any stake in it. I was helping the old man out of, professional courtesy. It's not like it was any of my business how that shakes down, so. For word to the wise, Doc, don't do something if you're not used to it. If you wanna be, well, if you wanna lie in the future, you should probably practice a bit more. No offense or anything, but otherwise, stick to medical stuff. You might put yourself in a lot of danger if you try stuff like that in the future. No, not a lot of people take kind if they figure out they're being bamboozled, especially with a lot of cash involved. Just be careful.
Am I that bad of a liar?
Stick to your scalpels, okay?
I mean, to be fair, he does have a very excellent poker face.
I don't think that counts, but I kind of get you.
Oof. This ribbing hurts. Ruben just kind of playfully says into the radio. But I'll try and be more open with you guys in the future. For example, I might have pulled a winged azure beast egg out of that nest while we were roosting around the hotel, but I didn't want to tell you because I didn't think you'd approve.
When you mention that, you see that Logan's car jumps a bit because he just drove through a pot shot because he lost control of the car for a second. You did a what now?
Yeah, I might have discovered a winged azure beast egg, and I'm incubating it in the back of of Caleb's truck right now.
The fuck were you thinking? Why the hell are you carrying that thing around?
Come on, it's just a baby, and besides, if this could give us a lot of information about their behavior. Like this is probably a very rare opportunity for me to document and learn some information about these azure beasts. And heck, they're pretty cute looking.
Doc, I'm not much of an animal expert or anything, but don't animals get pissed off when you take their eggs?
Ruben just kind of shrugs and he goes, I mean, the storm is behind us. The mother had been dragging as many eggs as they could find, and this was the one that was going to get left behind if I didn't pick it up.
This better not bite us in the ass, Doc, because if it is, I'm gonna tell you I told you so.
I'll take full responsibility for the consequences of my actions.
Oh, jeez. I need another drink now. Hey, Integra! Shit! My stash is gone! That fucking robot cleaned it out! Ah! Logan is frustrated. You hear frustrated ringing on the other end of the radio.
Hey, as far as you know, it was Eddie, not the robot.
Oh shit, right. I forgot. Yes, I think it's Eddie. Fuck Eddie! Fuck him! Ah!
What did I do this time?
I guess Ruben's gonna just like, oh yeah, and while we're on the streak of telling every people the truth, it actually wasn't Eddie.
Caleb will like
idea,
immediately elbow you in the ribs.
It's just like, oh, so you mean you just elbowed me to cut me off?
Yeah.
We're on a streak. It was absolutely Eddie.
Logan is just gonna curse over the radio for a while. There's only curse words. If this was a PG show, there'd be like beep.
In fact, all you hear is static from the other side, and he just goes, beep, like, son of a, gonna kill that back.
And afterwards, I'll just turn to Ruben and say, obviously with the radio not on, I'll say, he probably isn't gonna actually kill Eddie, but I don't think he'd have any problems smashing that robot to bits.
He's a helpful little robot.
And that's why I'd rather it not get smashed to bits.
You know what? I can see your perspective, and I appreciate it.
So in this case, the lie is a good thing.
Ring from Little Bandit intensifies. At any rate, I'm assuming that at some point we picked up the giant military boat so he can come with us, right?
Yeah, he's following off behind you. Like,
How fast is that motherfucker anyway?
he's keeping up with you guys.
Oh! Wow, that's actually impressive.
Since I'm not suspecting you're going over 60 right now.
Well, no, probably not.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
still
we're
some
probably
little
maneuvering
debris
through a
and
lot of junk cars.
Yeah.
So he is keeping up with you at least.
While we're driving, Ruben's gonna kind of talk to Caleb because these like nanobots are kind of where our specialties kind of meet. Because Ruben's like thinking, he's like, so what do you think? How feasible do you think it would be for us to try and recreate these nanobots?
To recreate them, I mean, even back in my shop, I don't have the kind of equipment to work with stuff that small, but if we got something that could specialize in that, I imagine I could probably take a whack at it.
They're very specialized, expensive equipment, I imagine. That's what they use to produce these.
Yeah. That's why nobody, like, common people can't exactly make their own nanobots at home. That's why they're nano.
Yeah, I mean, if we happen to, I don't know, stumble across a Grace convoy that has dropped some things out of the back of its truck, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, we might be able to recover some equipment like that.
But Grace are such good guys, Ruben says, like, playfully. Just like, they've always treated people fair in the past. I would never want to take anything from them.
Yes, that would be a terrible situation. That's why I was implying that it wouldn't be stolen from them so much as it would be recovered. And we would, of course, return it to them after we were done with it.
Oh my god, by the end of this campaign we're gonna be raiders and have a tribe or something.
Oh god.
Ruben doesn't like Grace very much.
Yeah, I mean...
Hey, what do you think we're getting that land crawler for? We're gonna be having our own raiding parties launching out of that thing.
Was it 5? It was 5 vials that he gave me, right?
Yes.
I'm going to take one of them and, like, I don't know if we have a lockbox, but my intention is if we ever get access to, like, a locked safe or something like that, I'm going to make sure that we always put one away just in case that situation comes up. So we always have one that we can use for reference if we want to try and recreate it, and then I'll kind of safely store the other 4 on my person.
That's fair.
Oh, I thought
There is the hidden compartment in the back of the van.
So they were given to Ruben then? Okay, let me move it to my inventory. Like, I wrote it down, I thought I was given. Let's see.
I assume it would like take a medicine check or something for me to be like, I'm gonna try this mutation, and then like not want to absolutely tear somebody's insides out.
I wrote it down as vial of nanomachines, son.
Nanomachine, son.
There we go, it's gone now.
With one of these vials, I could maybe succeed on a strength or precision check.
Right.
I like to imagine that rather than having a port in the top of the vial, in order to reprogram these things, you just need more nanomachines that go into the vial and reprogram the nanomachines inside it. It just becomes this recursive loop of nanomachines.
But if nanomachines program the nanomachines, how do we nanomachines program those nanomachines? It goes all the way down.
And that's how you get gray goo.
Exactly.
I'm not familiar with that phrase. What does that mean? It's like, is it from a movie?
I forget where it comes from originally, but it's basically the idea that self-replicating nanomachines, for the most part in this case, would basically consume all content on Earth in order to basically anything or anything at all, really. It would just turn the planet into a flat, smooth surface as it consumes anything in order to supply its own recreation.
Yep.
Very dangerous.
Become one giant nanomachine, son.
I think if it's one giant I think it being giant.
You actually hear what sounds like an ice cream truck for some reason. You have no idea where from.
Oh my god, Ash, I wasn't aware your town still has those. What the fuck? That's
Wait,
so
you
weird.
live in a place with ice cream trucks?
Yeah, I do.
That's amazing.
I get one that drives around my town occasionally.
Well, outside.
I've
No, it's
never
not
been
Lucy.
more jealous of where you live than exactly this moment.
1 second.
I know, right? Jeez, Sasha's gonna run out and get some ice cream now. Fucking hell.
But I think if it becomes one giant nanomachine, that disqualifies it from the word nano, and I think it just becomes a machine.
That's a good point, actually.
I mean, at that point, I don't even think machine works. I think you gotta go the opposite of nano and call it a macro machine.
I was being shouted at about having ice cream. But I don't have cash on me. Anyway.
Can we veer off course and try to hunt down this ice cream truck?
You can see it parked just beside the ramp, which looks extraordinarily clear. The ice cream truck is actually just sat like on the side of what looks to be a small little park area next to the highway.
I am down to raid this thing.
I think that we should not, because I don't want to open up the back and find out that this is like the giant mushroom factory that must exist in the back of this van from all the expired milk.
Or maybe it has a freezer that's running off of Azure and it's been running this whole time.
I feel like this is a trap. They're luring us with ice cream.
Danger, Will Robertson, danger.
You guys do what you want, but I'll sit here disapprovingly, not thinking it's a good idea.
Ruben will remember this.
I will take the ramp. I've had fresh coffee, I've had fresh orange juice, I'm getting a taste of the highlight.
Ruben just has his arms crossed while like he's getting jostled in his seat and like being lifted up while the seatbelt holds him in place. Just like
So you're actually gonna go over there, are you?
Yep.
What the hell are those idiots doing?
Okay. So the van parks up next to what appears to be an ice cream truck, Logan.
I imagine that Integra's gonna be like, oh, ice cream, pull over,
Yeah.
and Integra grabs the wheel.
She like pokes you, essentially. It's like, come on, pull over.
This is obviously a trap.
Pull over.
No!
She doesn't seem to care. Now!
Stop pushing! I'm gonna crash!
You see her pull a hand and point it towards your chin. Just
Oh, so this is what it comes down to. Seriously? Really?
she just stares at you.
Okay, fine. We're pulling over. Fucking hell.
She nods, pleased with herself. Clearly, threats work.
Guess
So-
we're getting nice now.
You you pull over to what appears to be the ice cream truck.
And as I said, I guess we're getting ice cream now. Suddenly it cuts to the 8 ball that said, not a chance.
As you pull-
Shadowing.
As you pull up towards the ice cream truck, what are you gonna do?
Well, I am gonna hop out, draw my shotgun, and just look around at all the nearby buildings and make sure that this doesn't have the immediate appearance of a trap.
Well, it looks like an ice cream truck. Doesn't seem to have anything around it.
No telltale glints of the sun shining off of a sniper rifle scope from a nearby window.
Roll perception.
Nope.
Everything seems fine.
All right, I will head over to the back and try the door.
Right then.
This
You
one
open
we're
up
gonna
the
find
door?
the ice cream truck owner in the back, frozen.
You open up the door, and, well, what Caleb said before was pretty true. There's at least quite a few, well, it's a rank smell coming from the back, but at the very least, it looks like it's contained by the tight fridge at the very back, and what containers it had. However, you do see one part. You see a robotic arm, like, moving around, and looks towards you. Just staring.
As much as an arm can stare.
So it points its palm towards them, and just like the palm is pointed at him, and it's just like
Yeah, there's this like little jewel in the center of the palm, and it looks like it's staring towards you. And then it slowly twists right and left, right and left.
I would like one Mickey Mouse pop.
Sorry. Just like the first thing you do is you make an order.
Slowly.
I mean, that's what you do at an ice cream truck, right?
Yeah. You're right.
I
I
mean,
see
I
nothing
already
wrong with
know that
this.
there's nothing good coming out of that freezer, but still.
Let's ask the 8 ball again.
Sorry. I expect you to just be like, I pick up the arm and I look at it and I see how cool it is. And you're staring at it, I like a Mickey Mouse paw.
I'm gonna accept the first 2 rolls since that's ridiculously lucky. Right. So
Sorry.
as you say that, the hand closes and then slowly moves over to the fridge, going down the mushroom-laden fridge before going off of that like around. It seems to be looking for something, and you see it like finally reach down under the counter and pulls out what appears to be an almost, well, you can hear cracking as ice breaking, and he brings out what appears to be a small refrigerator and places it onto the counter. He pulls down the little lever, easily snapping the ice off and pulling it open, reaching in and pulls out a pristine lollipop. It's one of the children's ones. Looks like a caricature of one of the city's, of Omnicorp's mascot. like it's shaped in an omnicorp thing, and it offers it to you, but then also opens its palm from basically there's a little slit for money, so it says "pay here" in very faded letters.
I'll go ahead and does it look like a modern credit chit would work for that?
Yes, it's stayed the same as for most part.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use mine.
As you plug it in, and you can hear the music playing against ding 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 ding, and it hands off the lollipop towards you. It is extremely frozen. You may have to wait for it to thaw out first.
I'll just my intention is to check out that refrigerator as well, but for now, just for the show of it, I'm gonna hop out of the back holding up the lollipop.
Ruben just kind of like he just like he had his arms crossed. He's sitting there just kind of like really annoyed that they were using up the time, and then as soon as he sees it, just like mouth gapes like what? What?
Integra is already out of a little bandit and rushing towards the van.
Ruben, get out of the way! She's gonna run you over!
I'm still sitting in the van.
Oh, be Caleb then. Never mind.
It's she goes up to Caleb and goes, "You'll pay for one for me, right?"
Well, sure, why not? It's a lucky find. Good reason to celebrate.
Let's get one for everyone.
Ruben has a weird combination of like annoyance and disbelief, but also like he's always wanted to try ice cream.
I don't know, Doc, it has milk in it. Can you handle it?
You know what? I'm willing to try.
So I'll pop back in and see if it has anything else still available to buy.
As you come back in for another offer, you see it turn around a fridge, which you can see on the side. It says in partly covered letters, it says "secret," and then as it turns around, you can see like around about like a few ice pops within it. Like different kinds of things. There's no soft serve, of course, but there's definitely different lollipops and cream pops and all that sort of thing in ice cream. It's a tiny fridge. Like I would say, if you put your hand to hand, it's about that size, like that tall, and in one hand width.
If I go to approach the fridge, does the arm react?
It seems to allow you to approach the fridge.
I'm not going to reach into it. I'm just going to try to wipe off the side to see what that actually says.
It has its hand on top of the fridge, but as you wipe it off, it says "secret stash."
As long as it doesn't say like secret science projects or anything like that.
Ice cream nanomachines, son.
Nanomachines.
You eat the popsicle and you grow a third arm. It's made of ice cream.
That's some body horror stuff right there. Your body slowly reconstitutes itself into ice cream.
I am delicious. Dies.
Yeah, you would not last long in Texas.
Reminds me of that Space Station 14 game when one person was turned into a Papa John's. Now that's some next level surgery. I want to have fucking pizza slices for limbs. Ah!
Yeah, I'll go ahead and order popsicles for everybody. So how much would that run me up?
That would only run you up around about, like, you could buy the entire stock for around about, I would say, 30 credits.
You know what? I'll do that and see if, in so doing, it'll let me just take the fridge.
Well, it hands you the ice cream one at a time as you paid for them, but once it's done, you can see that music plays one more time, ding 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 ding, and you see like it goes into rest mode, just leaving the things there
Oh, that's kind of sad, actually.
as it's finally give off the last of its product.
It
after
can
all this
finally
time.
pass on. It can move on. It has no more regrets.
Its
It can die.
job is finally done.
Its day's work that lasted 200 and almost 1 years is finally done.
This fucking ice cream arm is the most complex character that we've had in this campaign.
I feel like that's a diss.
Yeah, I feel like that.
I'm joking. It's just like the deep emotional layers within this arm that serves ice cream.
You could say that there's
My heart
plenty
is
of layers
broken.
to this ice cream truck.
I gave you a really emotional time of a crashed flipping plane of death, destruction, and loneliness. Nope, this truck.
This was it, man. The
I'm
ice cream truck.
teasing.
This ice cream truck that only sprang into existence as a joke.
Nah, that was totally planned. What are you on about?
I shed a tear.
Everybody press F in the fucking comments and in the chat or wherever you're watching this.
You're lucky you wouldn't have got anything because I rolled 3 times, and if one time it got below a 50, you wouldn't have got anything. But you got over 50 each time, so you
Also,
get
to
ice
be
cream.
fair, it's lucky that we heard an
And a
ice cream
fridge.
truck. What if we heard an atom bomb? Suddenly Ash kills us all.
I would be fucking dead. Anyway, so essentially, as you're free to also take as your powered fridge.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. That could come in real
Oh my
handy.
god, now the big bandit has a fridge, it has a bed, it has fucking everything. It's literally a mobile hotel room.
Oh my god, it has a great mattress and everything. That place is amazing.
All I need to do now is just
And expensive pillows.
crib from the hotel and just have the door on the side of the van have a thing that charges you when you open it.
You don't need even that, dude. You have Jay in there, the robot. He can take the charge of the room.
Logan, would you roll me D100?
Oh, 100.
Okay, right. So, essentially, you see Integra coming over with ice cream over to everybody. You now have a fridge where you can keep the spare ice cream if you want, which there is, let's see, 20 extra assorted ice creams. That's after you guys each have one.
We're not leaving the arm behind, are we?
Oh my god, Ruben! When does it end, Ruben?
I'll tell you now, it's not built into a van, so you could unscrew it and take it if you really
No,
wanted.
don't enable him!
Hey,
Oh
this
god,
game
we're
is meant
taking
to be
the arm
about.
now.
Look, this game's meant to be about scavenging things. I can't deny you from scavenging something I
Give
brought up.
the arm a voice and have it have shitty ice puns like in fucking Batman Forever.
Look, I've been looking for a new arm.
Your new arm only serves ice cream at 0.5 seconds. It is the quickest ice cream drawer in the West.
I just gotta go in, change the parameters to deadly weapons of destruction, and then I can serve deadly weapons of destruction in the record time.
If you want this arm, then you can roll mechanics to get it. I'm just saying.
I mean, if you want it, I will go ahead and try to salvage it for.
Yes.
You're just gonna take it to do science things.
In the meantime, since I was given ice cream, I'm gonna get a glass, pour some liquor in it, put the ice cream in it, and let it melt a little bit, and get sort of like a nice Bailey's kind of deal with ice cream.
Look, it's gonna get to the point because Ruben has a thing where he has to take things in and repurpose them. It's gonna get to the point where he has way too many things. He's a mom to too many
He's a hoarder,
robots.
that's what
and
he is.
Too many robots. One is your beast so far. So you basically unhook the wires that were powering it, or what power remained in the tank of this van, which wasn't much, but it could go off fumes to at least play music. You unbolt it and basically take the arm off with no issues.
And into the van it goes.
As you take the van, I suspect you put it in the back with Jay.
Yeah, it seems like a good spot.
As you do, it's like, I see we have more guests.
Yes, a fellow member of the service industry like yourself.
Oh, good to meet you, good sir. Ah, I see he's depowered. Allow me. He hooks him up to himself. He goes, good to meet you, good sir. And he shakes the hand. The hand looks confused. As much as confused as it can look. It's basically looking around with its eye on its palm going, what the fuck?
I like how the hand has emotions now. It's trying to convey confusion and other things.
Well, as confused as a robot can. I'm not saying it has
what?
emotions. It's more like, this isn't my location.
What
the fuck?
fucking cartoon was that where there was literally a character that was a hand that was very expressive? I'm thinking now we have that, but robot version.
Oh
There's
god,
all
I can't
kinds
remember.
of cartoons with that. Didn't the why my brain fail? There was my brain. It was about a family of weird people.
It's because of the
Addams
ice.
family.
The Addams
Family.
family?
No,
Yeah.
no, they had a
hand.
thing. I don't remember if they had an arm. But...
Oh, it was just a hand. Yeah.
yeah, the thing was that big hairball, right?
No,
yeah.
they had cousin. Was it?
The
no, that was
fur
Cousin
ball
Ed.
was Cousin It. Yeah.
The hand was called Thing.